Good afternoon, everyone. Definitely did not forget to load my VTuber up. I don't know what you're talking about. It's perfectly normal. Perfectly normal. Nothing can go wrong. You know? Perfectly normal. Hi, Meow. Hi, Chloe. Hi, Kirby. There we go. That's done. That's done. Yippee! We did it. We did it. It's done. Always on the bright side of love. Do-do, 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 do-do. Whatever reason why. We could just shift up a little bit. Hello, hello, hello. Wow, wow, wow. Oh my god, it's a day. Chat is a day. How are we all doing? How are we all doing? I hope we're all doing well today. I hope we all do. Why am I leaning? What's going on today? Why? I'm learning mod dev. Intriguing. What dev are you modding? Like kind of like I've got like this kind of spectacle and I'm like leaning in. Like, what dev are you modding? Why is this being weird? Is that better? I don't know. We'll look at this. That's better. Yeah, that's reasonable. But yeah, I mean, we're here. We're back with some more crazy. Currently just loading 121. Fair enough. Well, you know, we're here. It's finally time. After millions and millions of decades. Guess what day it is? It's the monohydrate polyethylene diol, polyurethane diol, and propylene glycol day. Yippee! Yippee! Can I have a yippee in chat? Oh my god, it's gonna be so amazing. Where is the monohydrate line? Why is it here? Where's the monohydrate? Just trying to find out where the monohydrate. Where's the monohydrate coming to? Yippee! Today is dev work. How fun! How fun! Why is this capturing this? Stop capturing this. Game capture. No. Why does it do this every time? Why? Every time. I'm currently looking in my lovely combinations of things and just trying to find where the thing is. Oh, that's this. That's what monohydrate is. It's that line. Yummy. A couple of things. Before we get started. I tried to add a few mods. It doesn't seem to be compatible with. It just kind of throws a hissy fit every time you try and add them. So if I go and press E, okay, everything seems to be working. I think. Yeah, seems to be working. Yeah, I tried to add like the meteors, but apparently because I don't know, maybe because it's space, I just don't want to do it. So sadly, all my meteors is not going to be added to the pack. Sadly, it just doesn't want to work. It probably isn't compatible with Ad Astra. A couple of other things. I had a few changes to the pack. Oh, Fun thing. Fun thing. Bear with. Bear with. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Is it in the pack? It is indeed. Why am I okay? I don't know why I'm. What? Yeah. I don't know why my skin is like this. Who knows? Strange because like I don't remember my skin looking like this, but it's fine. But yeah, I added the railgun. I added the railgun, chat. You know what that means? I can do this. Oh god, it's loud. It is so loud. This is fun. So yeah, this exists. Look how cool this is. Look, it goes all the way to the bottom. How cool is this? Look at this. Look how cool this is. It's amazing. Yeah, so we added the orbital railgun, which is really fun. I don't know why. I just wanted to. I was just like, you know what? We need the orbital railgun. So yeah, a bunch of stuff has changed. Oh, so yeah, we have that. It does have an insane cooldown, sadly. So you'd have to wait a little bit. I also added Greatest Enhance because it's fun. What else? Oh, here we go. Mod pack research. So it's currently in my hand is a square. But if I press right click, you can see that yeah, I mean you know, our chemistry's there, chemical this was before we added this destroys not there anymore, but yeah. All of this is all here. Look at this. Immersive geology, immersive petroleum. You know, applied logistics, RS add-ons. Look at this. All of this. Look at this. Oh my god, look how amazing this is. Look at some of this stuff is still kind of a bit broken. I still have to fix that at some point. But look at this. Look at it. It exists. It exists. And you can, in fact, basically click again to research and it'll unlock some basic knowledge. And then you can go to this and it'll go, oh, you can research this, but you need to research that. And then you need to research this to research that. So that all exists in the pack now. Obviously, this is not going to be the expert pack. I mean, if you want it to be in the expert pack, by all means, let it happen. I'm trying to find where I left my stuff. But yeah, that is mainly for the kitchen sink pack. Is so you have something to kind of challenge yourself. You start off with here, and you know it's not difficult. It's just some of the stuff is not necessary. It's just there because I just was like I don't know what I was doing. I was just adding everything. But yeah, it'll add like kind of things you'll have to have create on a separate one. You'll have drawers on a separate one. It'll have each one as being like basic knowledge, in like each tier, like satisfactory. So that's what's basically going on. So that's a couple of things. I can do things now with the railgun. I'm not gonna use the railgun again. It's loud as shit. But yeah, so that's what's been going on. We're still in the process of kind of just doing this glass tube. There's one I kind of saw on the pack, and I quite like the idea of it. Thing is, you haven't got a lot of space here now. Boom, 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 boom. I quite like this. Boom, 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 boom. Anyway, there is. I looked at a recipe that had like a glass tube that, which is kind of what might be used for some mods. This one is kind of explanatory. We can maybe it's starting to rise this. I mean, we might add glass tube just to be annoying. We might. It might be fun. All my meters is gone. Yes. It just didn't want to be compatible with the pack. I tried like this morning, and I was just like, it's not wanting to like do anything. So I ended up removing that. I had to remove one or two things that were just kind of slowing it down a little bit. So it seems to be kind of okay now. I made sure to load the world before we got into the game, so that's important. I don't know why my skin's like this, but we're gonna just go with it today. So yes, so today we're going to focus on getting most of this documented. Whoa! Thank you for the follow. Sup. I love that. Sup. It's a great word. So most of this is just going to be getting all this yucky stuff into a healthcare package. But I don't want to be healthy. I just had an Easter egg. And it's not even Easter. I had some madness. I will have a healthcare package then. Fine. I had a drink this morning. I'll stretch. That's what I've had a drink. The eyes. Why? Why the eyes? I've done nothing to hurt you. What have I done? What have I done to deserve the eyes? I love that badge. By the way, I really love that badge. It's really fun. Nothing? Are you sure about this? I feel like I've done something to deserve this. I feel like I've done something to deserve it. I don't know. Why? Why are you looking at me? Yes. Are you sure about this? I have a feeling that I have done something to. Don't worry. There's so many symbols. It's like the national language of like non-binary people, trans people, LGBTQ people in general is the national language is colon hash free, the W, and then it's like the colon hash free again, and it's like that one. I don't know what that one is, but you know what? We're going the squiggly face. You know, we're going to call it the squiggly face. Okay. It's the national language of the LGBTQ peoples. So yeah, we're mostly gonna get most of this written down today. So there's a lot of boring stuff today. And then we're gonna just focus on kind of creating the lines when we have the time and energy. So we're just gonna focus on getting some of this stuff done. So like, we're gonna start off with starting off very over here and then working our way over here. We will breach to this bit in a bit, but yeah. We'll start off with route 1, which is this, which requires you to have acetic acid and whatnot. So I need to grab up my so I'm just grabbing up my notes on my phone. Can you say a fun fact about yourself? You certainly can. I have to also at some point should do a fun fact about myself because that's fun as well. I'm a transferred puppy girl. Oh my god, you're a transfer puppy girl? Well, you're such a good puppy girl then. I haven't got a clicker, but fuck. I would use a clicker at this moment in time, but I don't have one. Who's your good little puppy? There we go. You subjected yourself to this. I will say you did in fact subject yourself to this. You are now going to be called a good puppy now. The entirety stream. I'm a transformed cat girl made. True. You did in fact. You're a good little puppy. And Chloe, you're a good girl. Because I know you like that. So yeah, Chloe's a good girl. I guess I'll still quick know. I'm just, if you would like me to use other names, do let me know. You're just a good puppy. There you go. We go. Anyway, so yes, I'm bouncing around just as a good girl too. Well, the only person who can get me surgery to be speechless in that moment in time is either Kirby, and Cass. Sure, no, it's fine. Okay, I just wanted to double check. I don't know. I just want to make sure to check, and I don't want to just like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying, but you're a good puppy, that's for sure. Anyway, lines. So first up is route 1, which requires you to have silohexene. Crude athlete. Is that the cube from Fortnite in the Sky? No. No, it is not. It is the sun. It is the conscious. No, actually, that's the sun. That is a planet. Is that a sun? Or is that a planet? I don't know what that is. It seems to be 2 suns here. I think that might be the sun, but there's also this sun, which I don't know what it is. I think this might be either a planet or I don't know what it is. It's like a big moon. Is it a moon? I don't know. It's just here. But there's 2 different suns. I don't know why. Probably a planet. Yeah, I think it is some planet. It looks like a planet. It's not moving like the sun. It's not moving like in a daylight cycle. It's just there to intimidate you. It's part of the night sky. It's only in this direction, so it has to be a planet. Slowly moving. Yeah, slowly. I think it's like a very, very slow planet. Anyway, fun times. So I just need to read my method. So acetic acid. Method 2 is using ethanol, oxygen gas, and a silver catalyst. Which one's that? That's that one. That's method 2. Oh, that's acetaldehyde. All right, got it. He's a good puppy. Okay, I need to read. So that's acetaldehyde. Also gives you chemical reactor. It gives you water. Right, so that's that one. Then you've got ethyl acetate, which is methanol. That gives you acetic acid. We don't need to worry about that per se. So method 3 the tireless oven, which requires wood logs, wood tar. I believe wood tar does already do this. Acetic acid. And this is I think there's one with wood tar, if I'm being correct. Wood tar. Distillation tar filled to burn mass wood vinegar. Oh, so we need to create a new one for wood tar. I don't know. Words are fun today. Right, well, if we capture this and we go for... Where's Firefox? Okay. If I move this to here so I can see. If I go to draw.io. Let's do this. That should be fine. This is route 1. Okay. Okay. So let's, without further ado, switch that on. So to get wood tar, you need to... Ow. Yeah, we've already got that. Right? So why wood tar? Right. So here we go. So you need wood tar at the beginning. Then you need... Well, you need to sing. Shall we have some lo-fi? And then your Pacific lo-fi request. Thank you for that, but copy and throwing the love. I'll put this on. Turn it on. Ow. What did you pick? Oh, you got steampunk one. Nice. Let me know if that's too loud, by the way. Enraptured by JT Music. No, I have not. Is it stream? Okay, when I say is it stream safe, is it stream safe? I mean, obviously, I got a thing where it doesn't copyright, but because it does output it other end of the stream. It's but I haven't watched that long yet. I haven't got around to it.
Booba? Oh god.
Of course. I'm gonna turn the music down ever so slightly. Is that a gas to the fact that I haven't watched Iron Lung yet? I haven't been. I've got too much things to do at the moment. Can't afford to go to cinemas. I think that the only time I'll be in the cinema is for the Mario movie because my cousins will be coming down to watch it when I'm away at Easter. Creos oil. Me and Chloe speak our language. I'm so confused. Scrungly. I'm so confused. Help. Is there such a thing as no. The cult of the Scrungly. Hell yeah. We've already got the basic fermenter, so we don't need to worry about that. So we need crude ethylene. I'm confused. Okay, so this is using sulfuric acid and ethanol. I'm confused. I should have written this down somewhere. I don't know why it's not on here. Fine, I'll come to it. This is a distillation tower. Let me just quickly check something. Because I want to check Google something. I'm just remembering that I pretty much sure I wrote it down by the notes. What the amount of the distillation recipe is for getting sulfuric acid, ethanol, and acetic acid all together. So let me just find it real quick. I'm gonna lower down the music a little bit as well. Still quite loud the way it is. There we go, it's a bit better. I can think a bit. Need to go up, all the way up. Here we go, found it. It is 50 millibuckets of sulfuric acid and 1,200 millibuckets of ethanol. And that is in a chemical reactor, not a not a distillation thing. That's wrong. It's the other way around. So you get that you get sulfuric acid. Then you get ethanol. I'm just writing this down. Has anyone seen the new Spider-Man trailer, by the way? Why is this happening? I'm going to grab us up. There we go. Okay. So yeah, because you get crude ethylene, crude ethyl acetate from that. I'm pretty sure. Let me just triple check my notes. Yes, you use a distillation tower and you use cyclohexene. Yes, okay, that's correct. Yeah, I was looking at there was the new Spider-Man trailer. It looks pretty good. I mean, the color grading is very weird. It just, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like well, how do you kind of? It reminds me of what's it called? It reminds me of AI a little bit. I think it's just a weird, really weird color grading choice. And I just think maybe that might be like something to do with AI. I have no idea. Like, you got that, you got that, you got that. So that goes into that, and that gives you ethyl acetate. Yeah, like I said, this is going to be slightly boring today, but it is important because otherwise I will forget, and then I will look up at these things, and then I'll cry. So that's route 1. Now to route 2. Right. Next up is acetaldehyde, which we got here. We can just come back to that. Pin that for now. Chemical reactor. You got acetaldehyde. That's route 2. Did I forget to add a step? So you combine this to this, and then you do. Oh, there we go. acetaldehyde, aluminum isoperoxide, and you add that to make basic reaction. Okay, so acetaldehyde, aluminum isoperoxide. Then you add that into a chemical reactor, and that is a effervescent. So this one's very cheap. But just a reminder to that basically as you combine these, you think that this is easy. This requires you to go into aluminum isoperoxide, which requires you to use isopropyl, aluminum, and mercury chloride. Chloride. And just to be sure, yes, there is no mercury chloride in the pack. It does not exist. The other thing is you get mercury and mercury sulfide, which is not what we need. We want the mercury chloride. Stretch. Oh. Got mercury chloride. Then you've got isopropyl. If I could spell that right, that'd be good. Did. And you want liquid aluminum, I think. Or aluminum dust. This is still like a work in progress. We're going to come back to this later once we've kind of done the majority of this. We're going to say question mark here. I think it was mixer. We decided it was going to be a mixer, but we'll just kind of leave it empty for now. So, yeah, I mean, most of the stuff that uses a catalyst is using the mixer, so I think we'll just stick with that. So yeah, this looks easy, but you'll have to look at the isopropyl line, which doesn't. I don't know if that's going to be like a big one. I mean, you have isopropene, which requires propene, and that's a chemical reactor. So I'm guessing it'll be whatever reaction there. And then mercury chloride will be something else. So that's route 2. You have then the moon route, which is going to be the last route, which is route 3. And this is just a return. You use benzene, acetic anhydride, and you get ethyl acetate. So this one is root-free chemical reactor. We wanted to do a acetic acid using benzene. So you can use benzene. Where's the thing? And to do this, it's basically going to be very cheap. You could also do this on the moon because it can give you it's a greater return. So you're basically using acetic acid to get ethyl acetate, essentially. So I spell this acetic anhydride. There we go, and then the acetic acid, which is you can get this from cheese, essentially, which is funny. That's why we're saying this is the moon route, because cheese. So if you make cheese, you can make basic chemical combination. Like all plants and stuff have a purpose in this pack as well. Like you're not just farming for food, you're farming for chemicals, you're farming for things that you don't need to. So some things will give you certain things that you'll need for later. Like poisonous potatoes, you'll get poison. Poison will obviously be used for something, and you get starch, you get other things. It's a really cool way of just showing you how you can kind of delve into the pack. So this is a chemical reactor. And then the output is going to be what is pyridine? Pyridine. Sorry, I don't know. We're assuming this is benzene. We're going for benzene. And it's probably not as cruel as most things would be. And that outputs to here. You get a nice return on it. You get 100 millibuckets. Oh, that's not what we wanted. And you get ethyl acetate, which is also a nice return on other stuff. Music has stopped. Deezer has crashed. How are we doing for Wi-Fi? There's been a few Wi-Fi spots, so if we do cut out, do let us know. Because, yes, scary. And this is Route 4. So this is Route 4, which requires you to use oxygen. This is the industrial route, for this is palladium, ethylene, acetic acid, and oxygen. So you're required to have all 4 of these, and you'll need a large chemical reactor. Also, which is what we'll need to use here. So you'll need to use a large chemical reactor, which is why we're saying industrial, because it'll be faster, and it'll be on an industrial scale where you can just get other returns for it. So you'll be able to use that as usual. So yeah. So this is. I realise I haven't switched tabs yet, so I haven't forgotten. I just forget a little bit from time to time. I'm gonna check YouTube. I don't know if it docks me or anything, but no. We're good. That's ethylene. We're just gonna do the full route today. We got our isoproxyl line. No, we've got a mylar, we got a sorbitol, we got polyethylene, ethylene glycol, which is yeah. That's not what we want at the moment. Therefore, that's good. Which one is our ethylene glycol? Oh, this is the polyethylene tetraphthalate line as well. I know this is. I know what that is for. This is for our mixed solvent. That's why I'm doing. Oh, this is required for glue. Yeah, this is the glue and conductive paste line, but the only difference is, what you're making is the mix. Instead of this, you're only using the adhesive base, which it requires you to use these. No, this one. You need this one, which is the mixed solvent. Hey Jess, hi. How you doing? Hey, people call me Jess now. Be happy. Nobody calls me Star anymore. Happy Jess. Happy life, happy Jess. Okay, happy wife, happy Jess. You know, that's everything. So yeah, this is why I'm being goofy. But yeah, we're just we're Devon. We're Devon. Anyway, so palladium. That's what we want. How do I spell this? Oh god, that was lucky then. Glad to have it. Yeah, palladium. People get it right this time. Yippee! How do I spell palladium? Fuck. Plate. Oxygen. Sorry, live on TCC. I had to come say hi. That's fair. Thank you for coming and checking us. Yeah, what we're doing is dev work for Minecraft. I'm doing an expert pack. Yeah, I mean, I have bad news if you ever want to play this pack. If you like pain and you like suffering and you like just making chemicals and you don't know why the fuck you're making so many chemicals for no reason whatsoever, this is a pack for you. This is basically, to explain it, it is basically very chemical based. Like you have to kind of, it's very much a chem pack instead of Greg Tech. So it's mainly chem lab. We all really like it. This is more of a chem focus pack, so it's more about focusing on the kind of certain chemicals you'll need to make and produce, and then go into space. I'm taking the kind of inspiration from Attack of the B Team, but what if it was an actual expert pack? So, and I also want it to be like kind of really realistic in terms of what you want to do. So that's why I'm making so many chemicals, is because it's based on real life recipes. So you'll be able to. There will be recipes that will probably put me on a government watch list, but that is because it is realistic recipes such as probably gunpowder and sulfur. But yeah, like there's a bunch of stuff that it is going to be in the pack that is going to keep it kind of very much like you're going to need to have in order to make the rocket. A big fan of the goggles on the head. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, I'm getting a new VTuber soon. It's really cool. Obviously, this is a redeem. I won't. This is just a redeem at the moment. Your AFK is all good. You don't have to apologize. AFK has been fun. This is our tech pack. This is a tech one. This was like a nice little mock up by a friend of mine. I just wanted one that was more steampunky because I kind of like steampunk. This is more in line for our VTuber and other stuff. But yeah, this is us. And then we have for the win. And then we have more of our original design, and we have a new one coming out at some point in the future. I will have to chase up the artist at some point. But yeah, we have another VTuber commission in the progress at the moment, where that'll be our new main outfit, our new OC per se. The hair's going to be lighter. I can show you a little spoiler, but I'm only going to show you the eyes because the eyes are amazing. Anyway, I'll show you a quick spoiler. If I can grab an image, that'd be fantastic. Right, let me grab up the thing I wanted to do. So that is, where is it? Where's Shah? Where's Shah? There is Shah. Save image. Yes. Browse. There we go. Here we go. It's a bit big. Let's scale that down a little bit. There we go. Here's the little teaser of what's to come. Yeah, essentially, these are part of the eye. So you know you have your scleratus at the top right there. This is part of the eye. So there's still like there's still that, but it kind of changes as it goes along. So that's why it's still there. But it's in line with your iris, so it kind of goes along with your iris. Hair super cute. I know, right? Looks so cool. Yeah, we got the hair's getting brighter. The eyes are changing for more in terms of the new reference I wanted to go for. That will look like this. If I go on my BRB screen, it'll look bold like this, which is exactly what I wanted. So that's this is more updated as well. So I just wanted to quickly show you the BRB screen. I see. That's basically what it looks like. It's going to be this combined with the new hair, combined with the new outfit. Right now, it's in development, so we won't see it for a little bit, but I will chase it up a little bit soon. But we've got new eyebrows, we have a new bunch of stuff. Everything will look a lot more cooler. And yeah, it looks so cool. You bet you can't wait. It's beautiful. I know. The artist in question, or any slash shout out, that would be good. Am I going to be able to spell this correctly? I can't remember if it's under caps. Okay, I got it wrong. I quickly Google this because let me quickly go to here. Grab it. I mean, you can see it on my screen now, but I'm still got to shout out. Okay, this is the person who's commissioning. I've commissioned. They're not streaming it. They are doing it off stream, but they are the one who are commissioned to redo my stuff. But yeah. Very cool. I know, right? Very cool indeed. So yeah, that's kind of the thing we kind of got in progress at the moment is kind of doing all that. So yeah, oxygen, acetic acid, and yeah, that's it. So yeah, right now we're just doing. I'm just writing down lines. This is a very boring part. I'm just getting this all done. Putting it in a large chemical reactor. You get carbon dioxide, and you get ethyl acetate, and you get some water. The reason it's in this one is because it's supposed to be kind of this kind of large factory. You're at the stage where you're able to kind of build multiple of these. That's carbon dioxide. And some water. There we go. I'm so confused. Oh. The image, thank you. Here we go. Ethylene, palladium plate, oxygen, acetic acid into a large chemical reactor. You get ethyl acetate, you get carbon dioxide, and you get water. Oh, Oh, I thought you meant. Yeah, who thought? You know, that's you, Chloe. It's not me. I know we're going blind. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't know. I don't know why I've discovered there's about 50 million chemicals required to do this. Cheers. But yeah, this is what you need. Ethylene. You'll need to put it in a large chemical reactor, and you'll need to do oxygen. So yeah, this is a industrial scale of this. Yeah. So this is more about resource management. So very much like, okay, you need to fucking keep an eye on your resources because you are going to run out otherwise. You will need to build areas where you'll have set things producing. So you'll need a water area because water is fucking finite. You also have to keep an eye on like every other thing that you have to do. So like all your builds, all the stuff you need to do, it will matter to your gameplay. But yeah, that's that line for today. We've kind of got that ready to go now, so we're gonna save this and we're gonna export it to our usual thing. Sorry, but I'm gonna export it now. We'll call this. I need to like do all the lines in a single file, or export as a PNG. Save to my download. That's no. That should. Yeah, it works. Okay. You can zoom in and you'll be able to do all that. Lovely. Okay, moving on. We now have to deal with all of this. I'm having fun. This could be fun. All this has got to be done. Route 2, Route 3, all of this. So there's this way and there's this way. I don't know, maybe that's the cleaner way, but I'm going to just write these down as methods, so yeah. Let's bring up the window capture. And this is going to stretch a little bit. My neck hurts. I might have to take a little break in a minute. Because I have to lean forward. So I'm going to try and sit down a bit. Okay, might work a bit better. Right. I want a new line. Tap to the right. There we go. We discard. Yes. Oh yeah, this is the mine. We want a new one. Yeah. Right. So this one is route 1, which is, I believe, methanol, titanium, hydrogen peroxide. And then there's this, which is chlorine and propylene. The only reason why we're doing this is because there's a cleaner route and a non-cleaner route. And look, I'm going through all this pain to make hydrogen peroxide. Oh, God. That's what I'm saying. If you want to do chemicals, this is the pack for you. This is a very chemically focused pack. So we're going to do route A, route 1. I will do like a separate one for propylene oxide. So this is just going to be purely this, so it will carry on from here, so you'll use all of this. So you need to get that, you need propylene hydrogen, calcium hydroxide. Or you can just use that. So that's the straight up quicker route, but this is gonna be, yeah. So we're gonna jump from here basically, so we get here and use this. So let's do this. Propylene oxide. So this is the Evoprox. I don't think I've spelled that correctly, but we're just gonna leave it at that for now. Propylene oxide. We need the I'm guessing it's used somewhere else. No, it's used up here. Okay. Which is anhydrous ethanol. So first of all, anhydrous ethanol. If I can spell this correctly, that'd be amazing. And that's and D. That's not anhydrous. Anhydrous ethanol. The reason we're doing this, by the way, is so we can. Whilst this is here, I would have to keep logging on to view this to kind of do it. That's why I'm also want a place where you can view these lines, and there will be obviously a book, for example, where you be able to open it and be like, oh, it tells you every single combination you need. If you watch the Greg GTNH, that's the other inspiration. It will tell you what routes you kind of can take and which ones will be more effective and how much you'll need for each route. So I'm just checking things. What game? So I can get distracted now. Right. Anhydrous ethanol, which requires the starch line. I have copied it, thankfully, so I don't have to do half the stuff. which is the fermentation route. Where you distill it, I believe. So I will double check this, but it is distilling. So distillation, ethanol. So you need yeast. We're doing it a little bit backwards here. Hi Jess, hi! Welcome in. There we have carbon dioxide. We are deving fermentor. Fermentor, hardly know a fermenter. And that gives us yeast culture. I mean, this is just a nice, funny way of doing it because you can just get it through this way. There's other ways you can do it, but this is just showing you can go this way if you wanted to. Other routes will just show you. Starch. Look at all these yummy chemicals. So yummy. Nitrogen. So you need nitrogen starch. You ferment it, you get ethanol, yeast, and carbon dioxide. You distill the ethanol, you get anhydrous ethanol, and then you get this. But we're not going to use the propylene dioxide bit because we're going to use that for a cleaner route. That's a separate thing, so you can have a look at that later. So it's not all in one route. We use sulfuric acid. Then we need. I realized that I. Why is this not capturing now? Oh, it's because I don't. Don't know why. And then you combine it in a chemical reactor. Ooh, that's the free stream streak. No, bad. Right, not bad you, but bad me. Close the tab. Anhydrous ethanol, sulfuric acid, chemical reactor. Again, we can always come back and edit this. I'm just going to basically, right now, just do this. Crude etho prox. ethanol. And you can buy that with potassium hydroxide. Which we have, thankfully. And that gives you propylene glycol, and it will give you ethoproxyl and ethanol. And there we want this. Propylene glycol. Let's try and spell it. That'd be fantastic. But yeah, if you've seen this all before, then this is just you kind of generic stuff. Ethanol. So you do get like the return, which is nice. So you can always use that as a later product to kind of go, right, I can use this to kind of make all of that. So you need potatoes to get potatoes, you use all of that and combine all of that, yeah. Propylene glycol. There we go. That's route 1. I think after route 2, we're going to take a little bit of a break just to kind of not burn out or hurt my neck too much. See if I can lift. Oh, that's going down. I don't want to go down. I want to go up. Oh, that's a lot of it. Where's the thing? Where's the thing? Better. Route 2. Here we go. So, route 2 requires us. And we've already got our conductor paste, which is what we're using, by the way. Because you need ethyl, acetone, and you need all this funky stuff. You get 3 versions of it as well, which is like whichever one you have more of. Route 2. Here we go. Right. This is using ethyl vinyl ether. So you need acetylene, ethanol. So and the potassium hydroxide. So this is cutting out all of this, and you're basically at the point where you just only have these, so you don't need to go through that whole pain. I know you can't see it because I forgot to change tabs. Can I spell this correctly? Who knows? Acetylene. Acetylene. And the chemical reactor, which I think seems about right. And then you get ethyl vinyl ether. And then you use this. Let's get, and you need acid. I need water. I need a chemical reactor. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. And then it gives us crude etherproxyl. You could probably say this is probably a kind of industrial one. And then it really is just the same again, where you distill and you get the same again. Because we're not that cruel, but you will need to use potassium hydroxide again. So yeah. It's like once you get to the industrial scale and you're like, I don't want to use potatoes, or you want to use potatoes, but you this is like a more efficient route essentially. The different routes will have different efficiencies. Yeah, you find it funny that potatoes, peas, a potato starch, peas, rhizomes collect nitrogen, mushrooms, yeast would plus item for potassium hydroxide, potassium slate line, all eventually turn into presumably one of the components of rocket fuel because our explanation is peas, potato plus peas plus mushroom plus, yeah, pretty much. Rocket fuel, which is the final thing you'll need to make, is there's going to be a couple bits and bobs, but you'll need ammonia, hydrochloric acid. Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, the rocket line is going to be changed completely, but yes, starch. The starch stuff is purely to make fucking glue. It's to make conductive paste, which is used to make this singular device. I love it. I love it. It's one of my favorite recipes of all time. Right, route 3. And that is propylene glycol. And that toluene sulfuric acid. The Minecraft is under the drawing. Thank you. I don't forget. I definitely don't forget. I don't know what you're talking about. Me forget never. Right, so yeah, we've done this. So we've done this one. Route 2. Now to route 3, which is propylene glycol, ethanol, toluene sulfuric acid, or monohydrate for short. It's just gonna be this. Yeah, you're gonna have to pronounce this toluene sulfuric acid. Fun times. So yeah, this is route 3, which is just propylene glycol and ethanol and sulfuric acid. Okay. I'm just gonna ethanol. Just copy all of it. I'm just looking at the chest. It's basically what I'm doing here is copying everything that's in the chest into my into this. We'll double check this, but yeah, I'm gonna really love this. P, capital P, lowercase p, then T. Oh God. Toluene. Sulfinic. I'm gonna say large chemical reactor for this. Because this is this gives you evaproxyl. Okay, we have ourselves the fruits. Here we go. It's half free. We have all of this. So I need to save this. As a line. Download. There we go. How lovely. And that opens up like that. Lovely. Okay. Next up is propylene glycol. We'll come back to hydrogen peroxide. Purely urethane diol is. Oh, switch tabs just. I need a stream deck. That's what I need. I wouldn't have this problem. Polyurethane diol is where? Somewhere over here. I remember. It's this. It's at the very end. So I think the next one we want to do is monohydrate, and then we'll move on to polyurethane because this I can sense this being quite difficult. Or propylene glycol, then monohydrate, then this one because I feel like this one's going to be the most annoying. We wanted to focus on propylene glycol, which is the most generic about all these. But I'm going to take a little break because my neck's hurting a little bit. So I'm going to take a little break, and then our next thing is going to be propylene glycol. How yummy.